Just got back from doctor. If you can see, I'm holding the camera with my bad arm. As of this point, no surgery is needed for the bone. Start physical therapy. Still not sure about nerve damage, but yeah, this is a move in the right direction.
On your left. How you doing today? Good. On your left. Passing on your left. How you doing? Good. Afternoon. On your left. Rider back. Rider back.
Mike back. Coming around.
How y'all doing today?
Okay.
Good. Hiya.
Hello.
Rider back. How you doing? Hiya. You're fine. I'm on your left here, bud.
All right, I'm about 8 weeks out from my crash. Been riding outside, feeling okay. I have pretty much full range of motion, not exactly full range. Definitely lacking in strength. Today I'm gonna try to ride off-road for the first time. I'm a little nervous. We'll see how this goes, but I think I need to do it just to do it. So that's where we are. All right, leaving for John Bryan. First race since the Carter Park crash. I have to be honest, I'm pretty nervous. Yeah, but I didn't pre-register because my thought is I'm gonna start in the back and just relax, and I just need to get a race done. So that's the plan. I've said the entire time that I'm tentatively planning on doing this. I'm packing the car on Friday, which I did. I'm getting the car on Saturday, which I did. And then if at any point I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. But I'd like to do it just so I can, like I said, get that first race out of the way. My goal for the end of the season is I definitely need to race before the end of the season. That's my goal, because I don't want to sit for 9 months with my last race being a crash. So that's the goal for this year, and that's what happens. I think when you have some setbacks is you just refocus your goals and something that's more realistic. And I don't think my goal for what I wanted to do at Nationals is going to happen, which, by the way, my goal is not to win Nationals. I don't think that's realistic. But I have some general performance goals. Look at these. The other thing I'm going to try to do is remember to try to bring what I think is kind of our new Feats philosophy, which is bring some positivity to the situation. We're all out here doing this for fun. We need to be positive and engaging. All right, I'm going to do a little ride commentary today, race commentary today. Somebody told me they found this interesting when I did it for Carter Park. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to pause it right here to point out a couple things. So as I said in my when I was driving over to this race, my goal was just to finish or to start a race, honestly. Hopefully finish it, and hopefully finish it without incident. You know, the last time I was on a race bike, last time I was in a race, I crashed, and you know, the doctors said you fractured 8 bones, and it's been 2 months since I've raced, and I have almost full mobility back, but I'm definitely lacking a lot of strength. This came into play towards the end of the race, even though you probably won't see it, but yeah, I mean, it's so you know, last time I raced, I had a pretty traumatic event, and you know, I've been racing on and off since I've been 19, and there's been these cycles where you have some confidence, you're probably taking a little bit more risk as you have some confidence, you know, to get some results, and things go badly, and you know, you have a pretty big crash, and there's a sort of a mental setback as well as a physical setback. And putting yourself back, or for myself, putting myself back in the race situation, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, the last time I was in this situation, something pretty traumatic happened. So my point is that my whole goal for the end of the season, I thought this was critically important, that I needed to start a race, get in there, and then hopefully finish it. But the first step was to start it. What I did to relieve all the performance pressure from myself was to not pre-register. And if I didn't pre-register, my thought was I'd be on the last row getting called up. As you can see, this is a tight start. They said we're going to try to get 6, but it may only be 5 people per row. So I actually got called up in this guy's position, this Queen City Wheels position. And I told him he could take my position because that put me in the last row. This girl right here, her name is Jen. She's a local racer. She's really good. I think she's a local racer. I think she's out of Columbus. She's really good. I'm pretty sure, won the Pro 1, 2, 3 women's race earlier in the day. And she also hadn't pre-registered, and she was doing the single speed race. So when we originally got called up, Jen was in Carrie's position. Shout out to Carrie. She's the person that puts on the Cbus cross with her crew. So Carrie was in Jen's position, Jen was in Carrie's position, and I was in the Queen City Wheels position. So I was lined up next to Jen. And in my mind, I thought, okay, she's going to move through this field pretty fast, so I just need to stay with her. She's not going to do anything risky. She's not going to do anything stupid probably, but she's going to be, I mean, she's a good racer. I just know that. So I knew that was the wheel to follow. But I changed with this guy, and then after I did that, Carrie changed with Jen, so now I'm 2 positions behind her. But still, I was watching her, okay? This is Lonnie, Athens guy, one of my buddies that I train with. And so, yeah, she was lined up next to Lonnie. Unfortunately, what I'm going to show here once we start is, just by the nature of the traffic, this was not a fast start through here. Like, these guys and girls weren't getting off the line all that fast. And that's not saying anything about them. It's the Constantina effect, I think. And because I'm on the last row, I have a little bit of room I can run into. And I do come across, I think, Lonnie's wheel here, trying to get on Jen's wheel. And you'll see this move when I do it. And immediately I thought, that's what you need to not do. That's the stuff that's going to get you in trouble, is taking those little tiny minor risks. The problem is, as I described this in videos in years past, is with me, I mean, like I said, I've been doing this a long time. I have a cowbell from John Bryan from 2013. So I've been doing John Bryan this course at least that long. But I've just been racing a long time. And when I'm in the race, it's 50-50 of whether I'm just automatically going to get engaged. And that's what happens here at the start, is the whistle goes off and I'm in the middle of a field and all of a sudden I'm engaged and I'm just doing things. And then I have this moment of, oh yeah, you need to relax, man. The goal is not to crash. Yeah, hopefully this isn't, I'm not saying too much, but anyways, watch the start here, and I get on Jen's wheel, and then you'll see I almost try to pass her, and then I have that thought of, just relax, man, just stay on her wheel and you'll be fine. Then what happens is Jen takes the line. It's a beautiful line. It's the line I try to take the rest of the race. It's the line actually I wanted to take because I thought that would be the clean line. But what ends up happening is when she cuts over, there's a guy on my right, and so I can't cut over. So I lose her after the first corner. But yeah, watch her through this chaos that starts. And like I said, I knew she was the wheel to watch. I just lost the wheel, and yeah. But I think that's the wheel that. There's some good handling there. Good technical skills. Smart tactical skills, I guess. Whatever, all of them. So part of the reason we started slow is that dude wasn't on his bike. Nah, I'm joking. So I go right there. Now I'm on Jen's wheel. This is Jen's wheel. Again, I thought about, because there's a little gap here, I was like, I'm going to pass right here. And then I forgot that chicane was there, so I tuck in behind her. Still happy here. We're moving. Look at her go, man. But then I get caught on somebody's side. Yeah, this guy's outside. See, she shot up through there. I knew that was the line. now I'm back here in all this skirmish, whatever the word is. Nonsense racing. I think that's Nate. And the other thing in this field is there's a lot of single speeders, so they have to ride this course a little differently, just as far as how they get out of the corners. And again, that's where I'm pushing up, I'm thinking about it, and it's around here I start deciding this is the sort of moves I need to make. It's just wait for the straights and try to pass where I can. But even there, like, I try to get up the inside, tempered it. You can hear me slide a little bit. And here again, I shoot. Alright, I now get into this dude, and we start bumping elbows here, and I have no idea why. So I come down here. I think that's my line, but whatever. We start bumping. He comes over me. We get stalled up here. I unclip. Some dude cracks me from behind. I thought for sure I was going down. And once again, that was just another reminder of, all right, you need to plan your passes. You need to be smart about this. The goal is not to crash. Don't crash. Like, I need to do moves like that. But the problem is now I have to close all these gaps, and I'm getting tired. Another example of I took the outside line every single time after that. So this is the guy I was bumping elbows with. So you can see how much time I lost right there. I should have timed the gap to Rob there. I will say that I do know that on lap 4, on lap 4 I was 30 seconds behind Rob, and by the end, 4 laps to go, and by the end I was a minute. So I was losing time. Smart. And this is what I wanted to avoid, is these sort of things. So I'm sprinting past that guy. I'm going to that corner way faster than I want to, even though it's fine. It's just I'm super scared, quite frankly. I'm just not railing these corners. I almost thought about cutting that because the tape was gone. But I'm happy about that pass. That was smart. I set that up nicely. Actually, let's watch that again. I think that was one of my better passes. It's going to be this guy. But what I do is I set this up by taking way outside line and carrying more speed through the corner. I think this is the one. Yeah, I go way out there. Yep. And this is Jeff, and I know he's on a single speed. And I thought I was just going to whip around him. This was not an easy pass. He's going good there. That was not... I had to spend some energy to get past him. You can hear me breathing. Man. This whole section through here, I just basically tried not to crash. This was all pretty slick, and you can see here I go off the race line to get some in the grass, but that shoots me out weird. That's what I decided to do because I thought it was more grip. I basically just did not push it at all through there. What we are going to do, though, in just a minute, I'm going to pass both these guys in just a minute at the barriers. And the way I do this is I actually watched Rob, who's super good racer. I mean, he wins this whole day, this whole field. But when we were pre-riding, I noticed that he dismounted about right here. And so you run into that corner. And if you wait till after that corner, and you can see I just passed 2 guys by doing that. If you wait until you dismount till after that corner, it's just, the barriers are really close. So my point is, and that's the only lap I think I did that because I got tired after that. But my point is, I only learned that by when I was riding, pre-riding, Rob came by me and I got on his wheel because I know that he's super fast and a good bike handler. And so I was just watching what he was doing. And yeah, so just watching people that are better than me and trying to adapt. Now that's Jen up in front of me. This next section of corners I did not like either, just because they're a little sketchy. That was slick, and it threw you out in these bushes, which is thorns, which I got a bunch in me. And this corner I didn't figure out this setup. Yeah, see, that was not a good setup. I didn't figure that out until like the last 2 laps. And the key was, again, you got to stay on the grass all the way on the outside going into the first one. All right, we're getting ready to come up to this log. This log was no big deal. Except, again, in pre-ride, I was riding Rob's wheel, and Rob just cleared it. And I tried to clear it too, and I hit the front wheel and got a little sideways, and it kind of, I mean, I was just scared. I mean, this whole thing got me scared. By the way, bad line right there. There's a hole right there. Tried to avoid that the rest. But anyways, on that log, it was fine, but I definitely slowed down rather than just running full speed and trying to clear it, just because I had that bad incident in the pre-ride. So mentally I'm feeling okay here because I know that, like I said, Jen's a really good rider, a really good racer, and what I don't realize is she's on a single speed right there. And she actually says something here in just a minute. It's a pretty funny exchange.
Gears and bad handling.
What she said was, "You with your fancy gears," or something like that. I had gears, but bad handling's the problem. By the way, I don't remember hearing the song of the race, but yeah. So, at this point in the race, I have to admit, I have no idea where I am. I mean, I know where I am on the course, but I don't know where I am as far as positions. I don't know who this dude is. I know his teammate is Ryan, but I don't even know if I knew that at the time. My point is that I just don't have a good gauge of where I am. That dude, a really nice save there, by the way. And this dude's flying. That's what I'm saying. I just was really bad at handling. This corner right here, man, this is the one I dreaded. Because I just wasn't fast on it, and you could slip out. I think the line was you go all the way down, right up the green halfway, hit that little ledge there. Because there was a ledge, but it was just slick, I think. I don't know. I wasn't riding mud tires either. Which, you can look on it, I don't know if there was a need for mud tires. And then, whatever. And again, I finally got this section figured out by the end, I think. But I just was not all that fast in it. There's a lot of standing up out of the corners and just sprinting as hard as you can because there's not that much distance in between them. So I don't know who this is at this point. I end up knowing who it is. But just by the body language there, I kind of had a feeling I was going to catch them in a matter of time. So that kind of reinvigorated me. After I passed the last guy, you can see there's a while there I was by myself, and again, I just didn't know where I was. But once I saw this guy, I had a chance of catching him. I definitely, yeah, got another second wind there. You can hear, man, I'm breathing hard. See, I dismounted too late there and see how far out I went that time. And again, man, I'm just tired right here. This is why I decided not to race Sunday. Is that I got beat up. I went hard. This is the exact race I actually needed to get back into it. I was scared here every time because that's gravel going into slick, and last year some dude ate it right there, and that's gravel corners is the last corner I ate it on, so I definitely got hard on the brakes. Starting to figure that corner out. Yep, that was better. I also didn't figure that section out all that well. There's Rob, alright. Yeah, man, he put some time on me. Man, he put some time on me. Wow. Well. Wow, yeah. Well, that kind of lets me know things, too. Like I said, I think I was over a minute down from him by the end. So 5 to go, I have to be honest, I was not happy about seeing 5 to go. Because I was tiring. And as you can see, I still haven't caught this dude. So I said I was reinvigorated, but the fact that I didn't get any closer, now I'm not feeling so great about myself. And this section, again, it was the worst section I had. Until last lap I went faster here, I think. And then something weird happens up here too. Not weird, just... I don't know if I would have done it. I guess that's what I should say. I'm happy about this because I did not rush this and I planned this. I'm thinking about how I'm going to do this. But what he just said to me, I think, is, I'll let you pass here.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, thank you.
And I think that's Ryan. He's a good racer. I'm not exactly sure why he let me. I mean, it's polite. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I would have done that. But maybe that just makes me a worse person, a bad person. I did like that line. I like jumping off the race line and then carrying the speed up through there. It was a little rougher, but it wasn't slick at all, so you could rail it. All right, let's see if I get it right this time. That's the line. No, I didn't get it right that time either. All right, now I just passed Ryan, so that gives you a little bit more motivation. That's a lapped rider. But also, that gave me a little bit of motivation because that guy actually started the row in front of me. But this is Doug. The guy in front of me. Where is he? There he is. Woo! And Doug's a racer that I fear. I never count him out. If he's on the start list, that means I got a competitor there. But the fact I'm feeling good at this point, and so I have hope. I have belief. But he's had a good season. I mean, he told me he wasn't having a great season, but I've seen the results, man. He's had a good season. My thought was, though, and this is hilarious that I thought this. My thought was I'm going to come out of this corner and sprint by him before the woods. But Doug's a good racer, and watch what he does. Fucking stands up and... Oh, sorry. He stands up and hammers it there. So, yeah, that was a little demoralizing, that dig right there. And again, I don't know why I thought he wasn't going to do that. He's a very seasoned racer. And I have to be honest, the only reason I end up passing him here is because he has a bobble. Again, this is where I followed his line there. That was pretty good. I set that one up pretty well. I had the same problem. I couldn't get back in right away. My pedals were off. And I tried to go by him here again, and hats off, Doug. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And trying to pass somebody into a corner, gravel corner, is where I got myself in trouble last time. I back off and watch this gap he gets. At this point, I start to panic a little bit. I'm not going to get around him. And he rails this corner way faster than I do. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't see him do that. He got out in the grass there. That's what I should have done. He went lower into the grass. I did start following his line there, though. Which was grass. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here's where I passed Doug. That's what I didn't practice. Now, I got around him because that bobble, he isn't going anywhere, and I know that. And he has the ability to come back around me. Adjusted there around that hole, that was good. Alright, I don't think anything else exciting happens in this race. There's Mason. For those of you that, cheer on your friends and family, if you ever think that we can't hear that, 100% we can. Mason just said go. And I gotta be honest, I dug a little bit deeper when I saw him and he said that. I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna keep going. Just keep digging hard. It makes a difference. Doug is right on me at this point. I mean, he's riding me right. I'm waiting for him to come back around. I'm not feeling all that great. I've dug pretty deep at this point. And the other problem I have in retrospect is, as you can see, I can't see anyone in front of me. Actually, you can. He's way out there. but I can't really see that. Or I'm not watching that, I guess I should say. And actually, that might be a lap to rider. But my point is I did, yeah, that's a lap to rider. I did what I always say not to do. That was nice. I took that nice that time. This corner also, I did not like this. You had to go way out, and there's a bunch of grooves in there. I probably should have trusted them a little bit more, but I didn't. But my point is that, you know, I try to always say or remember that you need to race forward. Look forward, look forward, look forward. Until you hit that first spot, there's no point in looking back. And at this point, you can see, I can't even see another rider up here. So I've kind of given up that I'm going to catch anybody else. And what I'm doing now is trying to stay in front of Ryan. That's the line. That's the fastest line, I think, because I could be on the gear. If I did that right, I had the right gear going through here, or cresting that. But my point is that I kind of lost. I lost that forward thinking, and I started thinking just. Yeah, I was racing backwards, like trying to stay in front of the people behind me, and you just don't go forward when you do that. You just stay where you are. At least that's been my experience. And in retrospect, I wish... I mean, I did see him there. I do remember seeing that. But again, we had been through lapped riders, and I couldn't place whether... I don't know that dude, Ben King. I don't know him. I knew he's a good racer, but I just don't... I just didn't... I don't know what he looks like. He doesn't race with us that much. Like, I don't know what his jersey is. So my point is that I'm not... Yeah, I don't know what my point is. I'm not really trying to go for it, I guess. I'm trying to stay ahead. And mainly because, like I said, Doug... This whole race, I did not feel comfortable with Doug behind me until, quite frankly, until I went to through the sand pit the last lap. I was always worried that he was gonna. I mean, it just takes one slip. He was close enough that if I had went down on one of these corners, he would be right on me. Or if I didn't make one of those hills and had to like run up, you know, one of those little johns. Horrible. Horrible. I'm tired here. Horrible. That's what I felt like. Trash. Those aren't good noises. Those shouldn't be coming out of your body. Yeah, man, I did not set that up ever right. I think this is where I started following Doug's line. Yeah. All the way on the grass. Slide that over. And you hit that outside right there. Outside line.
Head up.
Here's Kevin. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Carrie, 3 more. Got a little of bottles here and then stand
I guess the other thing I should mention, I don't know if I should mention this, but I'm going to. I do remember when I heard them say carry 3 to go. This is just like something with me, is I do always worry, and I have no reason to worry because this has happened like twice in my entire racing career, like road and cyclocross. I always worry they're gonna like mess up the results whenever there's all these lapped riders. And so I do get worried when like I start at the back and everyone's so spread out. I don't even know who's lapped riders and are riders I'm passing on the first lap. But the officials normally get it right. I don't know why I like have this moment of panic of like, I need to tell them I'm on the first lap. It's because I have control problems. That's not, well, I guess I do.
Gary, I'm coming up behind you.
And this is one of those things, I've talked to my teammates about this, what is the polite thing to do? Because everyone's out there racing, you want to respect everyone.
Thank you.
So I don't want to be like, get out of my way.
Thanks, Gary.
At the same time, I don't want to like scare somebody and fly into them and bump elbows if they're not ready for that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's probably the best thing to do, is just tell people coming up. Yeah, and I guess if they don't want to yield to somebody, they don't have to.
One more behind me.
Not good. I think that's what everyone else is doing there. And I think this is where I start kind of figuring these sections out a little bit more, how to like kind of put them together. Yeah, like right there, I think I'm out of that corner in the right gear. But I didn't pre-ride. I mean, I didn't do what I normally do, which is, try to get a lot of laps in. Actually, I'd be interested to know what my lap times were. See if I got faster or slower. I bet they were steady. I did do something in that section right there. After I passed Doug, I did do something every single time that lap. I don't know if I want to give that tactic away. But I was very tactically conscious before we got into these woods about something I did. Doug, I'll leave that up to you to figure out.
Rider back.
Nothing like getting a lot of one in. Dang, that was bad. That was bad. I almost went into that tape. I got off so late there. Until the guy was back, man. I'm nowhere near him. I'm watching this for the first time, by the way. This part.
Now you're inside. Thanks, man.
Not good. That was better. I think that might be the best I did that. I probably should have raced today, now that I'm watching this. I try to tell Lonnie, that's Lonnie, my buddy that I ride with in Athens. I try to tell him to follow my lines. And then I take this horrible line. Like I hit a hole right there on the left. Lonnie and I ride together sometimes and train together, but we don't do a lot of fast off-road stuff together. And I think by following other people's lines, you learn stuff. Like I said, following Rob, I learn stuff. Watching Doug, when he's in front of me, I learn stuff. Yeah, this is fun. Fun little race. Probably should have done today's, now that I'm watching this. Ah. Whatever. I say that, and then as soon as I stand up out of this chair, I'm going to remember why I didn't do it. I guess that's the other thing I should say about this course is, you know, there's a lot of these turns back and forth, a lot of 180s, or over 90 degrees, I guess I should say. So you're moving your body a lot, the upper body, or at least I am. And that kind of beats me up. And all of this is not smooth, or none of this is smooth. There's a big divot right there, another one right here. This one, I mean, you're bouncing all over. So it's a rough course. And at this point in the race, my forearms were really starting to go. Like, really starting to go. And there was a point even where I was thinking, like, this is a little dangerous because I just don't have the grip. And I hope that's all just strength stuff that's going to come back. That's what I got to believe. That was the only time I probably did that corner well. Actually, I'm going to...
Right back.
I want to watch that again, sorry. Is this it? No, it's right before that. No, it's right here. Huh. I don't know what I was saying. This is probably not very good commentary.
Taking the low line. Thanks.
That time I cut up too early. It's never good. As the doctor told me once, it's never... What did you tell me? You know a racer is out of shape when they're spitting a lot. It's all the salt and fats in their diet, he told me. I think that's right. It's like 30 years ago. 20 years ago. 25 years ago. And as I said, in these 8 weeks that I've had off, I took 2 weeks completely off the bike. I think I did a week or two of just like base sort of work on the trainer,
Rick, I'm coming around you.
which was not fun.
Taking the inside.
And then I was given the clear to go outside and start training, and I have, but I've mainly been doing it on a bike path, so smooth, don't have to worry about a lot of obstacles. But my point is with the, I've been training a little bit, so I have dug deep, and I have breathed deep. I guess that's the way you say that. But after, like, my lungs were burning after this race, and I had, as John calls it, the pursuiter's cough afterwards, where it's all that cold, dry air, although this is wet air, but cold air, and I still have it today a little bit. I'd also only gone off-road twice before this race, and on mountain bike tires. Another, actually that was okay, but not great. That dude did not want me to come by him.
Good job.
PMA, shout out to Spencer. I think it's around here. I think I have a front flat tire. We'll see when we go through the start finish if I bounce it a little bit. But I had this moment where I had a little bit of distance on Doug, but I was making this decision whether I was going to change because I couldn't tell if I had a flat. But the distance was short enough. That's Ben. I think. Again, I just don't know his jersey. But anyways, the distance was short enough from me to Doug that I thought if I changed bikes, because I don't have a pit person, I have to go to the car and get it out. No, I'm joking. I have to get my own bike, right? Like lay down a bike, pick up a bike. I thought I would lose that gap. But that's Doug right there. But I just couldn't tell whether it was flat or... I think I lost a little air. I think I might invest in sew-ups. I don't know why I don't. I do, because I don't want to glue up tires. Alright, this is one lap to go. That's Nate. Thanks, Nate. Sorry, Nate, I didn't say good job to you there. I was doing a little oxygen debt at this point. I'm going to go by here, some more cheers. Like I said, I remember all these cheers. They said something like, "You too shall pass." That's not what they say, but something like that. Yeah, there you go. You shall pass. That's what he said. I thought that was funny. Now the Eurythmics, I can get pumped up to some Eurythmics. I mean, everyone's looking for something. I used to love this song when I was a kid. Video scared me. This and Corey Hart's I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. I still love that song.
Rider back.
So I'm gonna have to look this up, but I think this park, like, I mean, probably all parks are like this, but it was donated by John Bryan, who was somebody.
I'm gonna take the low line. On your left.
I also have to note this, is that I felt that if I could get through this little hill without Doug being on me, if I had any sort of gap there, I thought I probably had it. Because there's only 2 more power sections where you can pass somebody and they're short.
Thanks, man. Keep it up. Last lap.
I definitely did not hear this song during the race. That's pretty funny.
On your left. Thanks, man. Keep it up. Last lap.
I feel like I just passed that guy like 2 riders before. One more dig here. I see him standing up there. At this point, I'm more conscious of getting through here safely, but I knew I couldn't just I still had to keep some pressure on, because Doug's a fighter. Though my sprint legs right now are okay.
Rider back. On your inside. Thank you. Keep it up, man.
Horrible. But I did not see Doug back there, and I didn't think he was right behind me. So that's one of the places where you could look across.
Yeah, man.
So Rob has a minute on me right here. That's crazy. I mean, let's think about that. It's 15 seconds per lap he was putting into me, basically. No, that's not right. 10 seconds per lap. Actually, it's probably over a minute. So yeah, probably 15 seconds per lap. First time I hit that corner.
That's it, Ben. Nice.
All right. All riders are finishing up now.
That's Doug, so at this point I know that he's not going to catch me. I mean, if I stopped he would, but we were not going to be doing a sprint. Mason. And then look at Rob over here. He just won the race. He just won the race.
Dude, welcome back.
First thing he does is come over and congratulate. Like, how awesome is that? That's why I love racing.